I decided to do a video on females utilizing a shoulder holster as their premier carry system. And I'm with my wife, Tammy.
Hi everybody.
Thank you for doing this, Tammy. Who else but a better model than yourself to actually talk about a female shoulder holster, and then ultimately you're going to stand up here and display it and talk about how you carry it. We'll make this a question and answer type thing with you and I. Is that okay?
That sounds great.
Yeah, we all appreciate your help doing this. And how long have you been carrying that shoulder holster with the SIG P238?
This one, I would say about a year and a half.
Okay. Now, we have our own custom line of shoulder holsters, handmade custom holsters. Literally everything is done from scratch. And what I'd like you to do now, please, is compare the one you've been carrying, our line, Weapons Education's custom line, to a Galco, which is right there on your left. And let's just start the video off with that. Nothing wrong with Galco, a fine company, big, monstrous, major company, production line company. But I want to show the differences here. So please, on the top of the shoulder holster, put them close together. This is where all the weight goes. And Tammy, in your own words, please explain the differences you see. You've never worn the Galco, but you've been wearing our shoulder holster. What stands out right there to you between the two tops of those shoulder holsters?
Well, number one, the quality is just, there's no comparison. This is very light and thin. This is extremely thick and durable. Even the centerpiece here, this one's pure thick leather. This is plastic. So if you look, you can zoom in, Tom, you can show them the difference here. There's absolutely no comparison. This is very durable, it's strong, it's heavyweight leather. This one's just a very thin, I mean, it doesn't even have much stitching on this. I mean, there's just absolutely no comparison.
What about,
the quality is amazing on this one.
Thank you. What about the straps? Show us the thickness and gauge of the actual strap. Right there. That's a good inch.
And the side.
Yeah, hold them straight up and down so we can look at me with them to hold them straight up and down like that. Yeah. Now let's compare that to the Galco. Hold it straight up and down so our friends can really see the difference. And what, you know, if they're going to decide to buy one, this is the best way for them to see the comparison of a hand-stitched custom holster and Galco, which is about half the width, half the quality. And like I said, nothing wrong with Galco. It's just, it is what it is. All right, Tammy, let's talk about the holster itself. Why don't you pick up your holster there and show us the portion with the gun right there. Let me zoom in on it. Hold it steady there. See the stitching? Talk about that a little bit, Tammy, and how that feels on your body.
Well, it's just, it's very sturdy. It fits right, it fits nice next to you in your jacket. It's easy to pull out your gun as well. It's just very comfortable. It sticks close to you. It's not like this one, very flimsy. It works great.
All right, well, you chose to have a shoulder holster that does not attach to your belt. And what is the reason why you did that?
Well, as you'll see in a little bit, I rarely wear belts. So this is something that if I do have a jacket, which, believe it or not, in Florida we throw on jackets quite often, light jackets, even a light leather jacket, jean jackets. And this is very simple. I can throw underneath the jacket. It's easy to access any weapon that I have here, which this is the 380 that I have. But it's wonderful. It's not sticking in my pants. I don't have a belt. I can take it off easily and put it on easily. So.
And show us the magazine and how it's stitched. I want to make a point here. The other side, please. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to zoom in on it. And what I'm going to tell everybody, first of all, if you decide to buy one of these, there's a phone number on there for serious inquiries, and we'll walk you through the process of making sure you get the shoulder holster that you want. But you notice the stitching on this. This is horizontal mag pouch. So you want your magazines to go sideways in lieu of straight up and down because you don't want the magazines falling to the ground. As you see when Tammy stands up here in a moment, it's a lot of extra stitching. It's a small upcharge. I think it's $35. But I do recommend that when you do check out, you make sure you get a shoulder holster with the magazines going sideways. And don't you find that out to be true, Tammy, that it's easier access to get to your magazines when they are sideways in lieu of straight up and down?
It's actually, yeah, very easy. It's easier and more comfortable.
and you don't have to be concerned with the magazines falling to the ground. Right?
It's never happened, but yes.
Okay, I see you have a full size, please hold that up, Colt rail gun, government 1911. And a lot of people might say a girl, I don't know, what are you, about 105 pounds or so? May,
Very close.
you probably might say a female at her height and weight would think the full 5-inch solid steel 1911 is a bit much, but you don't feel that way, do you?
No, not at all. It's actually a great size. I like this, but I like to have the option of the 380 as a small one as well. So I don't have a shoulder holster for this yet, but that's the next thing I'm getting, right, Tom?
Yeah, she just went
Yes.
through some training with myself, Rich Wyatt from American Guns Discovery Channel show. He has an excellent training course over there in Denver, Colorado, and we went through a course, and I asked Rich, I said, Tammy's coming, you know, she's not all that proficient, of course, she wants to get proficient. That's why we're coming for 3 full days. You know, should she bring her 380? Should she bring her HK40? And he says, Tom, have her bring a 5-inch full steel 1911. And at first, Tammy, you were like, that's a little big, like for me to carry all the time, right?
Well, you know, I mean, I like to have it, but the 380 is definitely smaller. You can put it into your purse in different areas.
But what you found out after shooting it was,
I'm more comfortable and knowledgeable and all around can use this just as probably easily as this one.
it's just not a big deal. The big 5-inch government model is not a big deal, is it?
Not at all. Not after the training, at least.
And what do you have to say right now?
Welcome to WeaponsEducation.com.
Welcome everybody. Let's move on. Tammy, when you get up, you get dressed, exactly what do you like about that shoulder holster? How easy is it to grab and put on?
Well, here it is. So this is how simple it is. On.
Wait, turn around for a second. All right. So it doesn't bother your skin or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Fits perfect. It's all custom made for your size. Okay. Now, girls here in the Boca Raton area actually they wear fashionable jackets even in the summer, and I know you do a lot. So just because it's hot doesn't mean people don't wear jackets down here in South Florida. It's a fashionable thing, right?
Sure,
Sure.
without a doubt. And this is actually a very narrow jacket or fitted jacket, and it still conceals it pretty well. So I didn't even bring a big thick jacket. I just brought something that's very thin.
Okay. Perfect. So there's no way anyone can see that you have your packing heat right there. You got your 380. Go ahead and turn around. And yeah, you're good. You're good. And it's very easy for you to access. Right? Go ahead and draw your gun.
See?
Yeah. Comes right out. Yeah. And then just go ahead and put it right back in. Very simple. Simple's good.
It is.
Okay. And the buttons are very strong on the holsters.
That's
They're,
the
they're
thing.
designed that way.
The buttons are.
Well, you want that to be that way. Because you don't want your gun falling out by mistake. That's one
I have to
thing.
snap it back in.
Yeah, that's one thing that's a
the hard
benefit
part is just
from a high quality holster.
Let's hope I don't have to use it. So
Yeah, that's right. None of us want to use it. But don't you feel safer carrying a gun? Let's talk about that for a second. What do you think about females and arming themselves?
I think it's very important. A lot of people, or women I should say, are probably afraid too. So hopefully this can help women to, at least people that you know, or to empower them to maybe try to carry them and to learn and to wear them. And this is actually quite easy. I think women living in colder climates could easily do it, even more easily than I can if you're wearing bigger jackets. And this just goes to show, I mean, I'm actually a very small person and I'm wearing a pretty big sized holster here.
Yeah, take your jacket off again. I want to make a point here about something. Take your jacket off. And let's talk about the magazine pouch right there under your right elbow. You see how it's, I want to talk to our friends there. You see how it's vertical and how it's sideways? I I recommend that, everybody. Like I said, there's a phone number there. If you're serious, 3 to 9 Eastern, where we can grab the phones. If you're serious, we'll walk you through and discuss the options on how to build this, because it's all custom for your height, your weight, and it's perfect out of the box. It doesn't come all disassembled. It comes assembled perfectly. But I like that stitching. Show that stitching on that magazine pouch there. And that takes a lot of work for one man to do and make it perfect for you. It comes standard with the magazines straight up and down vertical. I do recommend the horizontal. And also, let's take a look at the gun holster, and I have our logo on there. I'm going to zoom in, if you stay still, please. So if I put my name on something, our name, Tammy and I, you see it says Weapons Education right there on it. You know, we stand by it. Lifetime guarantee. I mean, this is lifetime. I can't think of any other holster that, I know there's no other holsters made of this quality. I decided after a lifetime of buying holsters and spending $70, $80, $100, $120, and deciding I'm just going to start my own company with my wife, right? Let's just go right to the source, to the best craftsmen in the world, and then they're designed and stitched in Texas. And we got that now. It's up to 8 people stitching holsters, and they're master craftsmen. Master craftsmen, highest quality. And I just want to thank you, Tammy, for displaying this.
You're welcome.
You look beautiful, and maybe someday you'll get a channel. What do you think?
We'll see, right?
See, people want to know about Tammy's life. You got a lot of things to talk about besides guns.
Tons of things.
You know, if you did have a show, what would you talk about besides guns?
There could be so many things.
Jeans,
Who knows?
shoes, purses.
There could be a lot.
All right, we'll see. I'm trying to talk her into getting the channel. We'll see. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Love you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.